Hi, we're back with another video. We're starting at Grundy Hill. Basically what this video is about, and just like my last video, where we're showing more detail. So we're showing shops a little bit longer than we normally would, so that in the future we can look back and go, oh, that's what it looked like, that's where that shop was. It's all for history purposes, with respect for people in mind. So, you know, when people come along, you don't see them too much. So this block of land here at the top of Grundy Hill. So we're going from the top of Grundy Hill to basically Anzac Park for this video. So this one's up for sale. Used to be just a walk through. People used to just walk through there to go to the flats up there and that, and to Denell Street, Pollution Street and all that. So we'll continue on our merry way. And this is across to the railway station, railway line, the railway crossing. We're coming up on Station Street. This is Railway Street, station's on the other, yeah. And there's back over Grundy Hill, so you can see what it was like. It's trying to beat the rain. So we'll have a bit of a look at the way the boom gates are, the whole setup. Some things we can't show too much of, especially if there's people sitting outside, like the pub up here, the Grundy Hill pub, or if people come up walking behind me, all that. This was an old fuel depot here. I think it might have been the Shell, this one. But yeah, you can see water leakage here. Wonder where that's coming from. Okay, so we've submitted that. There's a Snap Share Send app where you can actually do it. It's in the Google Play Store. You can report potholes and different things. Okay, we're coming up on the barber shop. Show a bit more detail. It's hard to walk along here because it's all wet and yuck from that. We've got the family barber. We're walking a little bit slower than usual just to show it. And then the Thai massage. It's hard to show the whole thing. The camera's not wide enough. We're coming up on, this is the Grundy Hill Hotel, Simo's. We'll have a bit of a look to show what it was like. Show the signs. No, show. Well, we'll have to show it straight ahead. You got to use common sense when you do these sort of videos, because people do go off. I've had multiple people yell out stuff over the years of me doing these. Most of them you can't understand because they do it very yobbo. But I've actually had one Asian chappie following me around. He kept, when I had the scooter going, he'd turn up at certain locations. He just kept turning up at random places. So I was riding around for a few hours. Yeah, and he kept turning up and yelling out stuff out the window. Nobody I knew. It's not like there was anything wrong with the scooter and he's telling me that. So, and I've had a bunch of teenagers, young people in a car, turn around and come back and yell out crap and all that in the middle of nowhere, doing the scooter ride videos. So, yeah. Anyway, we're up at Caltex and looking back towards the Grundy Hill Hotel. There's Caltex, where IBS Engineering used to be. There's your fuel prices at the time. It's over $2 a litre now. This one here, the Metro, you can see the prices. Well, it's hard to read with the Metro because the camera doesn't like the signage. It's a bit harder to show. It always flashes, and that's the camera, not the sign. because in person the sign's not flashing. So we'll show the metro a little bit. I can't show too much because there is a lot of people. Out of respect, we won't show too much. And we've got the old bakery. That's the way. Then we've got the Castlereagh Coast Battery Centre, stock feed, all that down the back. So I might show a little bit of these plants if we get a chance. Oh, that water's leaking all the way down here to the free parking area in between the mobile and the metro. Wow. Look at these flowers along here. Desert roses. This is free car parking. Used to be a sign here, a blue sign saying free car parking. Or free parking. It would have to just about cut you off. If I had moved to my right, I would have got hit by that car. Okay, we're coming up on the mobile. Mostly known as a mobile 24-hour. In the 90s, I used to hear it called by the taxis Mobile Central, because we have more than one mobile. This is the fuel prices here at the mobile. We'll show the fuel prices again. On this side, you might be able to see them better because of the lighting. Fuel prices are now. And the car wash across the way. So hopefully we can show enough detail with people around. It's hard when you got people around to be able to do it. Here's a local taxi. See the taxi. No symbol. Like that. Just showing the way things were. No, well, the way things are. That when you're watching it in the future, it's the way things were. Yeah, the Dairy Farmer's Milk ad. Yeah, the mobile's really good for your breakfast and your savoury minced apples. Really good for that. It's your barley tropical and Q. It's been a few different places over there. It used to be a yellow building. For a long time it's been extreme colours, like brighter colours, like your yellow and now your pink. It's now open. You can have a look. There was a second-hand dealer here in the 90s. I remember it being there. There was also a lattice place in the second building. Now it's all one building, but before it was divided into two. Okay, this is Michael Street, straight across from 180 Edith Street. We got Sundown Engineering right here. Hopefully the lighting's good enough to see it. Through the camera I'm having trouble seeing it, but sometimes when you watch it back later it's fine. This is your Sundown Engineering. You can have a bit more of a look at that. I keep wanting to walk faster, just naturally walking faster because that's my normal speed, but I know I've got to slow down for these so people can have a really good look at what these places were like. And I want to be able to look back in 20, 30, 40 years time and be able to see it. Well, this one doesn't really actually have a name on this part of it. You can't really see what the name of this place is till you get to this part where it says Spot On Tyre and Mechanical. This was bow repairs at one stage. It was bow repairs for years. Then you've got the Still Shop, Coastal Farm and Motorcycles, which at one stage was Hills Tractors. There was a place that sold cane harvesters and stuff here at one stage, but I don't remember what it was called. If anyone remembers, please comment. If they got photos of any of this stuff, even up-to-date photos, old photos, please put them on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Feel free to join. Let me know that you're going to put some photos. There's RJ's Furniture Removals. Now, let me know, if you put some photos up, let me know if I can use some of them for the for a slideshow for you to put on YouTube and that. Hope he puts a video up. See, this was John Williams motorcycles back in the day. You can see the motorcycles still there. There used to be a Daffy Duck one years ago that they had on there, and then they changed it to that. So that's some old stuff shining through. This was Leonard's Motors Marine here for a long time, but now it's a gifts rock shop, like crystal shop. Natural Earth Crystals. We'll get the sign. We'll try and get the sign anyway. So you should be able to look at this in the future as well as now, and be able to look back and see changes, actually come along here and see, oh, that's different. Like, do this walk basically with me on via video. There's Best Buy carpet and vinyl, and see the actual changes around. Be interesting. And then watch this video, and then watch ones I do later on in life. There's a Cumic Steel down that street. I might actually walk down there and show Cumic Steel. I think Mr. Catulli has retired, understandably. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he retired, from what I heard. But we'll have a quick look down here just to show. This is Gordon Street. Yeah, actual Gordon Street. Okay. It's Star Trek. Agent for Star Trek anyway. That white building right there with the blue sign. And this building right on the end that you probably can't see yet was constructed for, it was part of Cairns Paint and Plumbing. I don't know why they built it, just hardly used it. And now something else is in there. But here's your Cumic Steel. It's still got the old phone number there. Wow. That's awesome. Oh, it's good to have the old showing through, very old signage. And that's all history. So you got the old phone number here, 613022. It may be the same phone number they use now, but it would be, we would have 40. Okay, so this is your Michael Street. There's not much to Michael Street. That's under contract, that place across there. That floods along there. I wouldn't be purchasing it. But anyway, that's how it goes. Then we've got Specialised Welding Products, SWP. I think this one's right behind where Home Hardware used to be. If I look down the side, yes it is. Which is now like a courier at the back. If you go into Gordon Street. I do have videos where I've walked down Gordon Street. So if you want to have a look, you can see it. Be part of one of my other videos. So, bit of a look and then look back to see. So straight across from the end of this street is where Roscoe's Pizza was, the green building. I remember there being Roscoe's Pizza there. Now this is a Queensland Government building now. Queensland Parks and Wildlife Service, it says on there. Nice looking building. Yeah, it's actually quite nice. Well looked after. But it's good to show. It's nice when buildings are well looked after and they're clean, they're tidy, they're pressure washed regularly. But you can see down the back where you see the old Home Hardware, that sort of green sort of colour showing through there with the orange stripe, orange and white stripe. From Home Hardware. So we'll just show along here, this building, to show what it was like. Yeah, look how well kept it is, and they got sort of plants that don't really need too much maintenance, which is smart. It's very smart. Yeah, all this here used to always flood. So I don't know, since the council did a lot of work here, it hasn't been as much. It used to flood all the way up to the old Kirby's Corner shops. You'll see photos of that on my old and new Innisfail photos group. on Facebook. You can see through to the back of Villanova there. Villanova Home for the Aged, and one that used to be a Catholic nursing home. Sorry if there's a lot of wind noise in the background. It is quite windy. I'm used to doing a lot of these sort of videos early in the morning so that doesn't happen. Partially for noise and that too. Noise levels, but yeah, Environment, Department of Environment and Science, Queensland Parks and Wildlife Service. Okay. Yeah, I can appreciate a well looked after building. There's a lot of buildings have a lot of mould and stuff on it. Understandable with our wet seasons here, but some of them need a good clean. Some of the footpaths need a good clean. But that's how it is. See, we're keeping this as a very, very positive channel. No politics, all just history showing how things are and were. Gonna look back and see a bit more. See where I've just walked. See the way the footpaths are, the way everything's designed. And that. It's interesting. It'll be interesting, these videos, more so years later. Like, people who live here now, I'm more like, oh, these are boring. I can see these places whenever I want. Yeah, but will these places still exist in 20, 30, 40 years' time? Will they look the same? Will they be completely different? And that, you know, so it's a good way of being able to look back and see how places are now in, like, well, this is March 2022. And that, so, you know, it's interesting. And it'll be interesting when mine are some of the only publicly available videos of this kind of around Innisfail, when you look back. I am getting a few people copying my ideas. I think if you copy someone's ideas, you should at least give them credit for coming up with the idea. We're doing Rankin Street videos now. There was a live stream one day there, a couple of weeks ago. Then there was another one a couple of days ago. I only noticed it yesterday on another group. They Facebooked it and all that. Yeah, if you're going to steal anybody's ideas, feel free to at least give them credit in the comment section or like the description or something. Anyway, that's all good. We're coming up at the end of Michael Street now. You can see Maurice Grasso Motors across the road, across the highway. And the intersection and Better Home and Living. Lee X is up for lease now. Lee X and the Green Building, both up for lease. Oh, this is Gordon Street, sorry, I said Michael Street before. It's Gordon Street. I said Gordon Street earlier and then said Michael Street and changed it. But yeah, this is Gordon, as you can see on the sign. So we're going to have to cross over Grace Street. Watch out for the traffic, follow the lights. So that's up Grace Street there, towards the old Video Easy, which is now Star Liquor, Commonwealth Hotel, and all that jazz. Okay, so we got it's a very weird design, this section here, if you can see it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's very, very odd design. But I do think there should be lights to let you get across here too, because not everyone wants to go across there to Lee X, which has been long closed. And we're coming up on Page Park. This needs fixing. One day when I'm walking along, I'll report that to the council. I know they would have seen it, but still good to put it on there, on that app. Yeah, look for that app. I might put it, if I remember, I'll put it in the description so you can have a look and see. I did a video here where you can see this in more detail. You can have a look in the Innisfail playlist on Bestestimes Reborn and you'll see it. Yeah, I'll put a link to the Google Play version for Android phones. So you can, if you're walking along and you see something that needs fixing, it's broken, or water coming out like we just saw, then feel free to scan it and set it up and let them know. Okay, there's just super cheap water. We'll just do a quick scan across, and then does Ibis Street, and you got Repco, you got back down towards the Mobile. So I'd love to have videos like this from the 90s and 80s, someone doing this sort of stuff, but there isn't. There's a chappie named Gary that's got a couple of videos up. His are worth looking at. There's not a huge amount of them, but they're there, and they show through town. They show a bit of flooding and all that. It's really worth looking at. If I remember, I'll put them up in a link in the description for them. So, Commonwealth Hotel. Gives you a bit more of a look. And the signage. Hopefully the sign's showing. And the liquor land, the bottler. Show what that looked like quickly, because there's people in there. We're coming up on Kayla's Lawyers and MG Pies. I think one thing that would be good advertising for MG Pies is if they put MG Pies on the side part, see where it's blank on the awning there. That'd be awesome. And there's where the taxi office is, and that down the bottom. Yeah, this is MG Pies. Closed due to power outage. That would have been from Saturday. It's the new hours, if you're wondering. Yeah, the new hours for the pie shop. Okay, and this one's Kayla's Lawyers. I don't know if you can see in the pie shop actually, just to get a bit of a look what it looked like. Yeah, you can sort of see it. Not fully. Get a bit of an idea. So we're more showing this side of the road. We'll show a little bit to the other side, but this is more a detailed look at this side. You can see the old tiles are still there, because this was rural and camping supplies, and at one stage the vet was here, Kayla Vet. Well, this is the son, Chris Kayla's Lawyers. 131 Edith Street, there you go. Okay, so bear with me, the camera may overheat. So this is Innisfail Budget Backpackers. Used to be, Simbab Kebab used to be where this roller door is. Stephen LaCastro with the Simbab Kebab can only get better. Simbab Kebab, what a treat. Simbab Kebab can only get better. That was his thing on his ad on 4KZ. This is a bit more of a look at the backpackers. The history side of it, and then Rebel Coffee, the tattoo place, and then the tattoo place is Studio Cafe. A quick look along here, bit of a look. Cakes by Kylie. They must have Kylie Farinelli's cakes in here. There you go. There's their time. This is shop 4, 121 Edith Street. Now, who remembers Dave's Blue Ribbon Pies being in this particular shop? In this spot. Dave's Blue Ribbon Pies. Pretty cool looking. I like that industrial look with these lights. These Edison bulbs. It's pretty cool. I like that. Well done. Well done to whoever put that on there. Yeah, the Edison bulbs. Very HGTV. There's your Rebel Coffee. And then the other place that was in this particular location was this one, Smartphone and Computer Solutions. Before they moved across there into the old service station, it was in here, in this particular spot here. And you got Inni Ink, INNI Ink, tattoo place. And then you got Studio Cafe, which I think might be open. There's people in there. There's a lady in there, so I won't show too much. I don't want anyone going off. This is where Fred Sandwiches used to be. And there was a hairdresser in here for a little bit at the start of the year and late last year, which didn't last long. But this, yeah, Fred Sandwiches was here way back. One stage it was run by Mr. and Mrs. Carr. and some other chappie after that. And this was Big Rooster and then Red Rooster. This little place here on the corner. There used to be tables outside where you could sit. They were there for many years, now they're gone. It says fresh noodles for sale on there now, that's what it is. Some noodle place. And then there was Jonah's Catch was in here for a little while, a seafood place. It wasn't too long, but it was there nonetheless. I've got one photo of that, with Jonah's Catch on my Innisfail group. Old and new Innisfail photos. And it's N as in the symbol that looks like an 8. Not A-N-D. And we got what used to be IC Taylor's West. That big white building should still be here. They just should have did it up a bit. So we've got the old Holden Genuine Parts signs are still here. Now of course Holden doesn't really exist anymore. So it's interesting to show the particular sign here. Oh wow. There's 2 of them there. I don't know if I can go up there to have a look, but there's 2 on the fence up here. On this wall. I'll have a quick look. Can't really zoom in. Just, I don't know if there's anyone working in there, but we're not doing anything wrong. We're just having a look at these Holden Genuine Parts signs while they're still here. Hopefully they keep them there for history. If they don't, they should be taken to the local museum. There you go. Holden certified parts. That's looking back across to where I said Big Rooster, Red Rooster and all that was. Now am I remembering this right, was KFC here as well before it moved across to the old Bar Track tyres. Where KFC is now was Bar Track tyres in some of the 90s and earlier. Mr. Pascoe ran it, Tom. And then there was Paramount, something to do with Paramount. I've seen a picture of it. I've got it on my group somewhere. It was out of the local newspaper, the old local newspaper, The Advocate. If I can find it, I'll put it on the actual, on the actual YouTube video. So this is your, what used to be Taylor's. It's got Nissan written all over it. Now, this gives you a bit more of a look. So we're nearly up to Anzac Park. And across the road, if you look up Seapoys Innisfail, S-E-E space P-O-Y-S Innisfail, you see a lot of history about Seapoys. They owned that house. And then there was Golden Fleece service station next door. Bill Service Centre and all that was there afterwards. Old Bill Bailey. As far as I've ever been told, it was Bill Bailey. And there's BCF through the back there. Boating, camping and fishing. Let's look back so you can see a bit more detail. So you can see if there's any changes. This here was Tang Villa for years. It was like an old weird Queenslander thing done up. Oh, there's a lot of motorbikes going around down Grey Street. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's noticeable in the video, but you can see where Tang Villa used to be, and it was Pappy's gym after that. Gladys Street, Eder Street sign. So this is your Gladys Street. Oh, around about 20 or 30 motorcycles. If they'd have come along while I was walking down there before, I would have shown them. And when I was down there near that park, would have been able to show them perfectly. So we're coming up on Anzac Park, also known as King George Park. A lot of people get upset over that, over people saying what they think is the wrong name, but it's all fine. I know what you're talking about, most locals know. And there's your electric vehicle chargers down there. So if you're looking for one of them ever, that's Gladys Street, the side of Anzac Park. You'll find the EV chargers, as a lot of people call them. You'll find BCF just down past that car on the left. The EV chargers are on the right. Okay. This is a bad intersection for pedestrians. Sometimes people just zoom across here and make it very dangerous for pedestrians. Out of the blue, some of them don't indicate, some do. These people did, so I appreciate it. Some people don't indicate whether they're going straight across or not either from down there, so be careful if you ever walk along here. Ooh. Quite a warm day. So we got the information van and then down to the band rotunda. You'll see that in detail on other videos in the Innisfail playlist and on the walking directions playlist on YouTube. Now have a look in the albums section on Facebook on the old and new Innisfail photos page to see a lot of photos, and then just even look in the photo, just the straight photo section, and then you'll see it. Okay, this is the bus stop, the Anzac Park bus stop. So if you want to go to Townsville, this is where you go. Bus stop, Townsville. This is for south. There's your information for the local buses. Pause to read. Use the QR code if you need to. The Anzac Memorial Park. If you want to go Cairns direction, north, or Bendo or anywhere like that, then you need to go on that side, next to Chemex, next to Innisfail Chemex and the Bunnings car park. Okay, so this is where we'll end the video for today. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos. It really helps the channel grow. There's some more motorbikes here. And hope you enjoyed the video. Please join Old and New Innisfail Photos on Facebook. And this is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive.